Hi everyone. For the past 3 years I've been learning drawing, and a couple of weeks ago I decided to draw some characters, but I quickly realized that I completely forgot how to do it. This is kind of the reason I'm starting this YouTube channel. My name is Ivan, I'm a tattoo artist. I will put some of my works here on the screen. I have to say I love my work, really, because I already made a career in art. I'm really grateful for what I have now, but tattooing does have certain limitations drawing-wise, especially with the fact that I transitioned to micro-realism tattoos, which do not require that much drawing as I did when I was doing graphical tattoos. Although I'm self-taught, I've practiced academical drawing for 1.5 years by reading books mainly, and also watching YouTube videos. I will show some of the books here on the screen, and maybe some of the videos I will put links down below in the description, because I think they're really helpful. They're not too difficult to understand, and if you do want to start learning academical drawing, which I think you should, these are definitely my go-to videos and books. So yeah, after practicing 1.5 years academical drawing, I decided to draw more like tattoo designs and stuff like that, because that's the time I became tattoo apprentice. Half a year ago, I decided to learn human figure drawing because, first of all, I had a lot of free time, and second, I finally felt confident enough to start. Even though I wouldn't recommend doing the same thing I did, you can start sooner. You don't have to wait until, like, I don't know, it's been 2 years or 3 years, because really, the more you practice, the better you get, and that was kind of my mistake. But anyway, I did a lot of research. I found nice books, I found nice videos. I bought a Skillshare course on gesture, which actually helped me a lot. And the first months I did more of an academic kind of drawing, because again I also took the gesture course, which was more of a classical approach to learning human figure drawing. And after 1 month, I have to say the results were pretty nice, in my opinion. They weren't perfect, definitely, but they were okay. You know, the proportions weren't too bad, the gesture wasn't too bad, and also you will see it right now on the screen. But after 1 month, I decided that, you know, I want to draw some, because it's easier and more fun, in my opinion. Because I always wanted to learn how to draw from my imagination rather than just copying. I'm good at copying, just like academical drawing, you look, you measure everything. But I want to draw from my imagination. So from that point, focused more on the structural drawing and perspective. And I started drawing my friends, myself. I was referring all of the style features to my favorite artists. I completely love them. They have really nice and unique style. And I kind of like meshed them up together to have my own style. And again, I can't say they were perfect, but it was really nice to draw, and I definitely seen huge improvement on my figure drawing. So eventually my work season started, and I completely stopped drawing humans for 8 months. I still drew like 4 tattoos for my clients and some other stuff, but I didn't touch the human figure drawing for a really long time, and here we are. I completely forgot it. Like, really, I tried to draw something recently, and I'm like, you know what, I have enough knowledge, I have enough theory, I did some practice before. No, it just didn't work. It was terrible. So yeah, I completely failed, and it kind of gave me an idea to start this YouTube channel, because also for the past few months, I've been focusing quite a lot on making videos and photos for my tattoo Instagram, and also for our tattoo studio Instagram. And I realized that I really enjoy making videos, editing, shooting. It's really fun. So I decided to document my whole journey of relearning the art of human figure drawing. I also hope that eventually we can start drawing all together, maybe creating new characters. I really do want to expand it into a little community, some kind of storyline behind some characters, make it all together, also learn together. I think it would be really fun. There are a lot of things we can do, and we'll just see in the future. So let's get to the plan. It's actually really basic comparing to the one I had before, and I will show it to you now just so you can understand what you shouldn't probably do. I had this whole thing about making a huge schedule in Notion that looks kind of like a university terms because I really wanted to go to university. So I decided to make my own one, but it was really not very good. Because first of all, I changed topics every day. As you can see, it's just completely different every day. And I was also expecting myself to draw like 4 or 5 hours a day, each day, having a full-time job. So I will not do this kind of mistake anymore because that plan only worked for like 1.5 weeks. I quickly gave up. So yeah, this plan is going to be pretty simple. I will choose one topic for 1 or 2 weeks, depending on the difficulty. And then I will practice every day, but not that much. Maybe like 1 hour, sometimes 2, maybe more, I don't know. But I will try to do at least 1 hour a day, which I think I can do. I think we'll go over some head structure. Again, we're just gonna start from the structural things, just the basic perspective practice of human figure, and then slowly build up the knowledge to draw anatomy, clothing, faces, emotions, so on. So for the first day, I did basic perspective again with the cube. I really like this kind of layout of drawing the cube from every angle, and it really did help me a lot. I did a grid using really nice app, Amnesia, which helps you do all sorts of patterns and stuff. And it took me quite a long time to get used to the drawing cube, because that's the funny thing. I can draw a lot of things, but sometimes I'm having troubles drawing cube from every angle. So that definitely helped me quite a lot, and it took me almost like a half of the day to finish everything. And after that, I started learning basic head drawing. The same thing I did with cubes, just basic angles, basic head shape. I wasn't trying to, make a real face and stuff. I was just trying to make the head look 3D. And the Chomeng YouTube channel really helped me a lot because he simplifies the face really nicely. It's really simple, and that's the thing I found about drawing heads for me. You don't always have to completely understand why something looks like this and so on. Sometimes it's just easier to remember. So for example, when the face is looking down, you have more of the forehead in the front, so the face kind of gets a little bit thinner at the bottom, and you have the opposite thing, so the whole head becomes a bit more circular when you look up. And I will show it on the little sketches I did here in Procreate, showing the side view and the front view, kind of an eye level. And it also helped me quite a lot, just understanding the basics. Again, I love the basics, so you already can understand. So after that, I did some animations. I decided it would be a good idea to learn how to draw the same head with the same proportions. Like maintaining the proportions is so important, I think. And by using animation, I was able to see, okay, this side view looks a little bit off, I should change it a little bit. Or, when it looks up or down, just how smooth the animation is. If it looks pretty smooth, then I guess I did the angle right. So again, you have to balance the knowledge, the understanding, and sometimes you just need to remember some things. And you just have to decide for yourself which one is easier for you. Sometimes really my whole life I've had troubles understanding how to draw faces looking up or down. And after that, for day 5 and 6, I did a bit more animation and I did some face drawing. I tried the stylized version of anime, and I didn't have any reference. I just drew it from my head, just trying to feel what's right. And I think it looks pretty okay, because again, I used to draw heads before, so I know a little bit about the shadow shapes and stuff. And after that, I had, for day 6 and 7, I had practice of drawing realistic face first, and then I tried to simplify it and make illustration out of it. I tried to make like an illustrative version of the face, and I have to say it was way more difficult to simplify. I guess I'm just more used to academical drawing, so simplifying was a bit more difficult, but I think the results are pretty nice. Again, I can't say it's perfect because you still have to draw the face.
I mean, you don't have to, but I decided, you know, I want to have something more complete to show you guys. And overall, I can say I'm really enjoying the process. It's really nice. And again, like, if you feel like you don't understand something, go back to your basics, do some practice. And it is boring and it is difficult. Like, no one wants to draw cubes for like 3 or 4 hours straight, right? It's boring, but you have to, because like after that, it was way easier for me to do everything else, and I just love it. So yeah, guys, I think that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did enjoy making this video and doing all this practice, although sometimes it's boring. But next week we're gonna go over some torso structure and basic body shapes. So yes, again, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want any kind of improvements on the video, on editing, what would you want to see next in the future, again, I just want you guys to be active, and I'm open to all criticism. So bye.